Lessons only life after 60 can teach you. The second sunrise. There's a quiet beauty in waking up after 60. You've lived enough to know what truly matters, and lost enough to know what doesn't. You no longer chase the noise of the world. You listen for the music underneath it. Most people think aging is fading, but those who have crossed 60 know it's refining. It's the second sunrise, gentler, warmer, but somehow more golden than the first. In the next few minutes, you'll uncover the powerful lessons that only time can teach. Wisdom that turns pain into perspective and age into advantage. The gift of seeing through illusions. When you were 20, you wanted to be seen. At 40, you wanted to be respected. But after 60, something shifts. You start wanting peace. You realize most of what you once feared never happened, and most of what you chased wasn't worth it. There's freedom in that. You stop performing and start being. You see through illusions of status, possessions, and opinions. Because after 60, life strips away the unnecessary, leaving only what's real: love, health, laughter, and time. Keep watching. A powerful 7/30/90 day reflection plan is coming later in this video that can turn these lessons into action. The power of letting go. The younger version of you held on to everything: grudges, regrets, mistakes. You thought holding on meant strength. But life after 60 teaches the opposite. Letting go is strength. You stop replaying the old tapes of what could have been. You forgive not because others deserve it, but because your heart deserves rest. And when you finally release the weight, you realize something. Peace doesn't arrive when everything is perfect. Peace begins when you stop needing it to be. The wisdom hidden in loss. Loss changes shape as you age. At first, it's a wound. Then it becomes a teacher. And eventually, it becomes a doorway. After 60, you begin to understand that everything and everyone has its season. The friends who left, the opportunities that passed, none were punishments. They were pruning. Life was making space for new growth you couldn't see then. Every empty chair at the table becomes a reminder to love harder while people are still here, to say the words you've been saving, and to live the moments you used to postpone. Because nothing teaches urgency like realizing how fragile time is. Finding strength in stillness. You've spent decades moving fast, chasing, building, providing. But now, slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means listening. The quiet moments, your morning tea, your walks, the sound of rain, they become teachers too. You start hearing life whisper again. Stillness isn't emptiness, it's presence. And once you find that rhythm, your days stop rushing past. You begin to feel time as it is, sacred, fleeting, and alive. The joy of simplicity. After 60, joy becomes simpler, but deeper. It's no longer in grand plans or big purchases. It's in the scent of the first coffee of the day, the call from your children, the laughter over old photos. You discover that you don't need more to be happy. You need less, but with meaning. And that lesson, that profound clarity, is something only years can gift you. Keep watching, because soon, I'll guide you through the Reclaim Your Joy 7/30/90 day plan built specifically for this stage of life. The beauty of imperfection. You look in the mirror now and see lines, maybe scars, but each one tells a story of laughter, tears, and survival. You stop editing your life to look perfect. You realize perfection was never the goal. Growth was. And the older you get, the more you fall in love with your own becoming. Not who you were, not who the world wanted you to be, but who you're still becoming, even now. Because the journey doesn't end at 60, it deepens. The courage to be vulnerable. There's a new kind of bravery that emerges after 60. The courage to say, I don't know. To admit mistakes. To cry without shame. And to ask for help when needed. You realize vulnerability doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. And that's what connects you to others more deeply than ever before. You stop chasing perfection and start embracing authenticity. And ironically, that's when people start seeing the real strength you've had all along. The gift of perspective. When you look back, you realize how many storms you've survived. Heartbreaks you thought would end you. Failures you thought you'd never recover from. But here you are, wiser, softer, stronger. After 60, you stop asking, why me? And start saying, thank you. That shaped me. You understand that everything in life happens for you, not to you. And that shift, that one simple shift, changes everything. The lesson of enough. One of the most profound lessons only life after 60 can teach is the meaning of enough. Enough money to live with dignity. Enough love to stay warm. Enough purpose to wake up smiling. You no longer measure success by excess. You measure it by peace. And that's a kind of wealth a younger version of you could never understand, because it isn't earned, it's realized. The wisdom of giving back. You start realizing that the world needs your stories, your wisdom, your calm. You become a bridge for others, the living proof that patience, kindness, and perseverance still matter. You no longer live just for yourself. You live to make someone else's road smoother. You teach not by preaching, but by being. And that's how your life, your legacy, continues long after you're gone. The power of gratitude. Gratitude becomes your daily medicine. You no longer wait for big reasons to be thankful. You see blessings in ordinary things. Breathing without pain, the taste of a meal, the comfort of a familiar voice. Gratitude turns aging into art. It paints each day with color and calm. And when practiced daily, it makes you glow from within, like sunrise on a quiet lake. The 7/30/90 day reflection plan. 7 days, the mirror of gratitude. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for before checking your phone. Every night, reflect on one moment that made you smile. End the week by calling someone who once made a difference in your life, just to say thank you. 30 days, the renewal challenge. Choose one new activity that excites you. Painting, gardening, learning a skill online. Replace 30 minutes of news or TV with something that nourishes your soul. Music, meditation, nature. At the end of 30 days, journal about how you feel, emotionally, physically, spiritually. 90 days, the legacy project. Pick one project that leaves an impact. Record family stories, volunteer, mentor a younger person, or start a small kindness initiative. Document your journey with photos or notes. By day 90, look back not at what you've lost, but what you've built. Peace, connection, purpose. Keep watching. In the final minutes, we'll tie all these lessons into one powerful truth about what it means to truly live. The moment everything connects, you realize that every joy and sorrow was preparation, that all the chaos, all the love, all the waiting led you here. After 60, you no longer need validation. You no longer chase approval. You simply want to be real. And that, right there, is the lesson life was always trying to teach you. That peace doesn't come from winning every battle. It comes from no longer needing to fight. The quiet victory. So when you wake up tomorrow and feel the morning light on your face, remember, you've already won. You've made it through heartbreak, disappointment, laughter, and renewal. And you still have dreams left to chase. This is not the sunset of your story. It's the golden hour, where everything glows, softer but stronger. The final lesson. Life after 60 isn't about adding more years. It's about adding more life to your years. You've earned your wisdom. Now live it out loud. Because the truest youth isn't in your skin, it's in your spirit. And that spirit, it never ages.